For the 2016 season, the IHSA has chosen to adopt an alternate base mechanic. The speed and athleticism of our game has changed substantially since the game's inception. Now more than ever, it has become clear that we must adjust the way we work as base umpires to attain proper calling positions and avoid movements which risk umpire health. So let me start with what's not changing, and that's fundamentals of good base umpiring. Being in the proper position with angle and depth, seeing all four elements in front of you, and the expectation of hustling into your primary position and then quickly moving on to your next position. Also, is still the option of working inside the diamond on calls where that is appropriate. The responsibilities of the two-umpire system also have not changed. On infield ground balls, the base umpire still has the first play in the infield, and the plate umpire still has all secondary plays at third base only. For any fly balls, the base umpire and plate umpire still have the same tag-up responsibilities and the same responsibilities on calls for plays made at first, second, third, and home. What is changing is a recommendation that umpires not use the traditional button-up mechanic, but rather work the rim or use the area outside the base path for tag plays and force plays by leveraging your knowledge of the game to avoid unnecessary movement that jeopardizes the ability of the umpire to officiate at the speed of the game. So let's review our fundamentals of two umpire mechanics. Here we have a runner on first and a ball hit to center field. We have the base umpire in the B slot and the plate umpire behind home plate. By leveraging the donut theory, we can see that the base umpire is going to cover first and second, the plate umpire is going to come out, look for the catch or no catch, and then move into the holding zone at third and officiate all calls at third and home. For situations with a runner at second base and less than 2 outs, the base umpire is behind the shortstop will take all tag-ups at second base, and then after the catch or no catch will continue to officiate first and second base, while the plate umpire will come down to take any calls at third base. Now let's discuss the specifics of working the rim. As you can see, this is the traditional mechanic of button hooking, where the base umpire comes inside the diamond, picks up the batter runner, and if they advance, works them from inside the diamond. If it's an obvious out or a single, the base umpire then has to go from inside the diamond back out behind the second baseman. By working the rim, as shown here, the base umpire never turns their back to one of the four elements, the batter runner, the fielder, the base, or the ball, and likewise increases the speed by which they can move out into the field and get into a proper calling position should that batter runner continue on to second base. Now let's look at some live game situations. Here we have no runners on and a ball hit to right center field. The plate umpire comes out and takes the fly ball. The base umpire, while staying on the rim, steps out, watches, observes, and then, when the ball is coming back into the infield, works the runner back towards first base. Once the ball is back in the pitching circle, the plate umpire and the base umpire move to their next calling position. On this example of a can of corn, the base umpire, by working the rim with all four elements in front of him, can see the out long before the batter runner touches first base and adjust his mechanics. Here we have a ball that's misplayed by the third baseman, obviously and clearly going to be a base hit. The first base umpire steps out, watches the batter runner touch first base, and if she advances, will take her on to second. In this clip, we will show a long fly ball to left center field. The plate umpire will step out and rule on catch, no catch, while the base umpire, while working the rim, will see the batter runner touch first base. At this point, with all four elements in front, he will determine that there will be no play going into second, but rather a rounding opportunity. The base umpire will slide in behind that batter runner, take any calls at second base, or continue to advance on to third base as necessary. Here's an example of working the rim with runners on base. Here with a runner on first, a ball hit to left field, the base umpire can judge and see all elements in front of him, and also see his partner's signal. When he sees it as a no catch, by staying open, he can officiate and umpire both the runner going into second base and the runner at first base. And again in this clip, the base umpire with all four elements in front of him can see that the third out has been obviously made by a line drive catch by the left fielder. This clip starts with a runner on first base and a long fly ball to right field. This would be a play where a button hook may be appropriate. The base umpire reads the fly ball and determines it's a multi-base hit, steps inside the diamond, takes the runner to first, to second, and then on to third base, while the plate umpire takes the original runner to home. Once the ball settles back into the circle and all runners are on their base, both umpires go back to their next calling position. Let's look at this clip again, but this time let's focus on the plate umpire. Key to good two-man mechanics is the plate umpire getting out from behind the plate to a position where they can see the catch, no catch, and also the lead runner touching third base and home. That is their responsibility Too often we see plate umpires standing behind home plate and not getting out into the holding zone, opening up to be able to see all four elements of all plays they're responsible for. Here is another example with a runner at third base and the base umpire behind the shortstop. Long fly ball to right field. The plate umpire has the catch, no catch responsibility. He also has the tag up at third base. Here we see the plate umpire coming out, getting into the holding zone, reading the catch, no catch, and checking the runner at third base. Here with the runner at second base, we have a long fly ball to left center field. Notice the base umpire allows the runner to pass by while the plate umpire slides down to third base. The base umpire then makes an aggressive move across the diamond to cover his primary responsibility at first, while the plate umpire covers his primary responsibility, the catch, no catch, and the runner touching third. In closing, the key to good two-umpire mechanics is both the plate and base umpire working together as a team. Fully understand the concept of the donut theory, where the base umpire has the responsibility of first and second, and the plate umpire has the responsibility of third and home. With the expectation on base umpires to now work the rim, it is now more critical than ever for plate umpires to get out from behind the plate into your holding zones to properly officiate calls at third and home. Base umpires, it's expected that you will adjust your game to accommodate the new expectation of working the rim. Study and practice the new mechanic. Add it into your game, understanding all along that the new mechanic will allow you to better officiate at the speed of the current game. Stay focused on working your primary responsibilities and trust that your plate umpire will in kind cover their primary responsibilities. All in all, working together effectively as a team. Thank you for watching this presentation of the IHSA. For further questions, please contact a clinician near you.